Colorado tourists accidentally filmed a towering Bigfoot in daylight, shattering science, logic, and decades of official denial worldwide.
This is not a blurry shadow or a drunken campfire story. This is raw, uncontrollable footage ripped straight out of the Colorado wilderness, where a group of ordinary tourists pointed a camera and captured something no one was supposed to see. A massive, upright figure steps into view. Broad shoulders, inhuman proportions, movement too smooth, too deliberate, too alive to dismiss. Scientists freeze. Analysts argue. Frames are slowed, enhanced, dissected, yet the questions only multiply. If this was a hoax, it's the most expensive, anatomically precise hoax ever staged by people who didn't even know what they were filming. If it wasn't, then what else has been walking just beyond our trails, watching us first? This footage doesn't ask politely for belief. It demands your attention and dares you to look away. Before we dive deeper, like, comment, and subscribe to Mystery Footage Uncovered right now.
Before we dive deeper, like, comment, and subscribe to Mystery Footage Uncovered right now.
At dawn in July 2019, above a Colorado alpine trail, a tourist's drone camera hovered while two hikers watched the feed in real time. A massive silhouette steps into a clearing, caught on camera. Arms longer than the knees swing low, filmed as the drone steadies. Orange eye shine flashes once, scientists shocked by the frame. What appears here could be a relict hominin standing roughly 2.6 meters tall, shoulders wider than a man by nearly half, hair dark and rain-matted over gray-brown skin, moving with a stride heavy as a bison, yet smooth like an NFL running back, suggesting dense bone structure, elongated limb ratios, and a survival strategy built for thin air, cold timber, and silence rather than speed alone. If something this large crossed open ground without urgency, did it already know no one would stop it? Near midnight in October 2020, a dash cam on a Forest Service road recorded what a lone driver swore stepped into his beams. A tall form emerges between trunks, on camera, chest broad as a freezer door, caught on a single frozen frame. A breathy growl mixes wind and throat. No one believed the audio. The figure appears between 2.2 and 3 meters tall, shoulders spanning 60% wider than human norms, long dark hair clumped as if soaked by rain, arms hanging well past the knees, eyes reflecting red-orange under light, and movement eerily controlled, as if a predator conserving energy, raising the possibility of a primate with reinforced joints, thick muscle density, and a vocal system capable of blending human-like tones with bear and buffalo resonance. When headlights went dark, was the road empty, or simply watching back? In early spring 2018, a handheld phone filmed from deep timber by an amateur wildlife tracker scanning a Colorado ridgeline. A broad-backed figure pauses, scanned through branches. Long arms sway low, filmed despite distance. The posture triggers folklore alarms, scientists shocked by gait analysis. Some researchers quietly compare this footage to historic Wendigo accounts from North American tribal records, specifically the towering height, exaggerated shoulder width, and unnatural silence, suggesting not a literal myth, but a shared memory of a large, cold-adapted hominin whose bone mass, fur density, and rapid yet silent movement allowed survival in harsh forests. Much like a 1990s refrigerator, moving with a sprinter's balance, heavy yet eerily fluid. If ancient stories were warnings, were they meant to keep us from places it still claims? In May 2021, a zoo visitor's phone recorded chaos when a massive figure reached upward as families screamed. A towering body rises into frame, on camera. Hands the size of shovel blades lift a child, caught on multiple angles. The crowd freezes, scientists shocked by arm length. Measured against the barrier, the being stands near 2.4 meters tall with shoulders nearly 50% broader than any adult male nearby. Long dark fur clinging to earth-toned skin, arms extending past the knees, movement fast yet controlled like a stalking cat, suggesting extraordinary strength-to-weight ratios, dense musculature, and neural control refined for precision rather than rage. If it understood exactly how gently to move, what else does it understand about us? During a foggy morning in 2022, A chest-mounted action camera worn by a fly fisherman recorded a crossing upstream. A tall shape wades through water, filmed steady. Broad shoulders ripple under wet fur. Fisherman caught staring. A low exhale hums like wind and throat. No one believed it. The figure appears over 2.7 meters tall, arms dragging water beyond the knees, hair dark and slicked by rain, skin beneath reading gray-brown, eyes flashing orange, and motion both heavy and quiet, implying thick skeletal reinforcement and soft tissue padding that disperses sound, an adaptation ideal for river travel, cold exposure, and ambush without splash or panic. If rivers are highways, how often does it pass unseen beside us? After a sudden storm in late 2017, a shaky phone camera captured movement through misted forest outside a mountain campsite. A huge frame glides forward, caught on camera. Eyes glow red-orange, filmed through rain. Branches snap softly, scientists shocked by silence. Some anthropologists quietly reference orang pendek reports from Sumatra when analyzing this clip, noting the shared traits of extreme shoulder width, long arms, dense dark hair, and near-silent speed, proposing a divergent primate line that adapted independently across continents. Its massive build, like a Texas cold room wall in width, paired with predator-smooth movement that turns size into stealth rather than noise. If the forest went quiet before it appeared, did everything else already know? Late afternoon, April 2016, deep Appalachian woodland, a handheld camcorder operated by a retired hunter as his dog froze mid-step. A towering shape crouches behind the beagle, caught on camera. Black fur ripples, shoulders absurdly wide, filmed in raw daylight. The dog whimpers once. No one believed what followed. Analysis suggests a bipedal primate roughly 2.3 to 2.8 meters tall, shoulders exceeding human width by nearly 60%. Long, rain-matted hair draped over gray-brown skin, arms dangling past the knees, moving with predatory calm, as if strength replaces urgency, the way a 1990s refrigerator can still slide smoothly across a kitchen floor, hinting at dense bone mass, reinforced joints, and a survival strategy built on intimidation without attack. If it restrained itself inches from prey, was it choosing restraint or practicing it? At sunrise in November 2020, a cinematic wildlife camera on a mist-covered reservoir recorded a lone figure crossing shallow water. A massive silhouette parts the fog on camera. Long arms break the surface without splashing, filmed unnaturally smooth. The forest reflection trembles, scientists shocked by gait symmetry. The subject appears near 2.7 meters tall, shoulders like a Texas cold storage wall, dark soaked fur clinging to earth-toned skin, eyes reflecting faint orange through vapor, steps heavy as a buffalo yet quiet as a stalking cat, suggesting padded feet, controlled breathing, and muscular distribution, optimized for silent aquatic movement, a trait rarely seen outside apex predators. If water failed to mask its presence, what does it use water to hide? Midday, February 2019, a rural dirt road, a dashboard camera rolling as a family vehicle slowed too late. A huge body blocks the road, caught on camera. The face turns deliberately, filmed head-on. A voice whispers off-screen. No one believed the fear. Standing an estimated 2.53 meters tall, the figure's shoulders span nearly 70% wider than an adult male. Arms hanging past the knees, fur thick and dark with rain clumping, skin beneath reading gray-brown, eyes flashing red-orange, and posture upright yet relaxed, like an NFL lineman at rest, implying immense strength paired with cognitive awareness of vehicles, angles, and observation. When it chose to meet the lens directly, was it warning the car or confirming it had been watched long before? Autumn 2015. A consumer-grade camcorder deep in mixed hardwood forest, operated by teens exploring off-trail. A snarling face lunges forward, on camera. Wet fur frames expose teeth, caught on a single burst of frames. Breath rasps low and layered, scientists shocked by sound analysis. The figure appears near 2.4 meters tall, shoulders massively flared, hair dense and dark like soaked insulation, skin beneath muddy brown, eyes reflecting orange, vocalization blending human cadence with bear growl and wind hiss, suggesting a complex vocal tract and emotional signaling system where threat displays replace actual pursuit, much like a bison stomping without charging. If intimidation alone was enough, how many times has it worked before? Overcast morning, May 2018. A fixed farm camera overlooking a hog pen at the forest edge. A black figure enters the frame, filmed steadily. Pigs scatter as arms swing low, caught on camera. No attack follows, no one believed the restraint. At roughly 2.6 meters tall with shoulders far wider than any human, long arms past the knees, rain-darkened fur clinging to gray-brown skin, the being moves fast yet controlled, like a predator testing boundaries, suggesting high intelligence, caloric awareness, and a decision-making process favoring assessment over feeding, a survival trait common in long-lived apex species. If it didn't come for food, what was it measuring instead? Just after midnight, August 2021, a stationary infrared trail camera triggered deep in protected woodland. Two massive forms emerge, caught on camera. Eyes glow white-hot, scanned by infrared sensors. One pauses behind the other, scientists shocked by social spacing. Some researchers quietly compare this footage to skookum accounts from Native American records, noting the paired movement, height disparity, and protective positioning described in oral histories, suggesting a social structure within a relict hominin species, each individual standing 2.23 meters tall, shoulders broad, fur dense and dark, movements heavy yet silent, like draft animals that learn to hunt like cats. If they travel together, how often do we mistake a group for a single shadow? Late afternoon, September 2017, Pacific Northwest Forest, a shoulder-mounted camcorder held by a solo bow hunter tracking elk sign. A tall figure pivots behind a trunk caught on camera. One arm lifts, long past the knee, filmed mid-step. The woods fall quiet instantly. No one believed the silence. The subject appears between 2.4 and 2.9 meters tall, shoulders roughly 50% broader than a human male, dense dark fur hanging heavy and slightly matted as if from damp air, gray-brown skin visible at the face and hands, eyes reflecting faint orange through shadow, movement quick but cushioned, like a bison wearing a cat's feet, suggesting thick bone density, reinforced hips, and an evolutionary focus on conserving energy while remaining untrackable. If it chose to turn back instead of fleeing, was it avoiding the hunter or staying between him and something deeper in the forest? Just before dusk, March 2019, a static wildlife camera overlooking a flooded cypress swamp recorded unexpected movement. A broad-backed form bends at the water's edge, on camera. Its reflection stretches unnaturally long, caught on rippling surface. Eyes flare red-orange once, scientists shocked by placement. Estimated at nearly 2.6 meters tall, with shoulders wider than a human by at least 40%. Long arms dipping into dark water, fur slicked and heavy like wet insulation over earth-toned skin. The figure moves with deliberate slowness, producing almost no sound, hinting at padded feet, controlled breathing, and muscular distribution adapted for marsh travel, where noise means exposure. If it watches itself in the water, is it checking its surroundings or confirming it hasn't been followed? Midwinter, January 2020, a handheld phone camera captured movement along a frozen creek bed moments before the filmer slipped. A massive shape strides across ice, filmed unbroken. Feet land heavy but muted, caught on camera frame by frame. Breath exhales in layered tones. Scientists shocked by audio. Some researchers compare this footage to Yeti descriptions from Himalayan records, citing the similar height range of 2.53 meters, extreme shoulder width, dense cold-adapted fur, and silent movement on snow, suggesting convergent evolution rather than myth. A primate built like a 1990s freezer chest, but moving with the balance of a pro linebacker, optimized for cold, isolation, and endurance over speed. If cold terrain doesn't slow it, what environment ever truly does? Late morning, February 2018, a helmet-mounted action camera recorded a sudden encounter on a narrow winter trail. A dark figure grips the machine, caught on camera. Long arms brace effortlessly, filmed inches away. The engine noise drops. No one believed the restraint. Standing close to 2.7 meters tall, shoulders nearly 60% broader than the riders, fur thick and dark with frost clinging to the tips, skin beneath gray-brown, eyes flashing orange-red, the subject stabilizes itself with ease, implying extraordinary grip strength, joint reinforcement, and balance, like a heavyweight athlete stopping a moving bike without aggression or panic. If it could have flipped the machine but didn't, what line was it choosing not to cross? December 27, 2024, Washington State. A stationary night vision camera placed by amateur researchers triggered at the tree line. A towering silhouette slides into view, scanned in green. Legs flex with inhuman smoothness, on camera. No sound follows the movement, scientists shocked by absence. The figure appears between 2.2 and 2.8 meters tall, shoulders massively wide, fur dark and thick, absorbing light, arms hanging below the knees, movement rapid yet fluid, like a predator trained to move through sound-sensitive terrain, suggesting heightened spatial awareness and an evolutionary advantage built around remaining undetected, even when technology watches. If night vision makes it clearer to us, does it also make us clearer to it? Overcast afternoon, April 2021, an open field near Forest Edge, a zoomed smartphone camera rolling steadily. A heavy-set figure advances slowly, caught on camera. The ground depresses under each step, filmed plainly. Arms swing low and loose. No one believed the mass. Some anthropologists quietly note similarities to Skookum reports from Native American history, describing larger-bodied individuals with pronounced torsos and slower movement, suggesting seasonal weight gain, fat storage, and metabolic flexibility in a species standing near 2.5 meters tall, shoulders broad like a walk-in cooler wall, fur dense and dark, movement calm but powerful, built for long survival rather than speed. If size alone doesn't threaten it, what does it know about dominance that we don't? Arrow 2:43 a.m., February 2025, Idaho's Payette River Access Road. A fixed security camera tied to a work truck captured the encounter as the driver stepped out. A pale mass recoils from the beams, caught on camera, arms fling wide, overlong and frantic, filmed in infrared haze. Two orange pinpoints hover behind the truck, scientists shocked by distance. Frame analysis suggests a figure roughly 2.53 meters tall, shoulders 60% broader than human average. Fur washed light by IR, but visibly thick and rain-matted. Gray-toned skin beneath, arms hanging past the knees, emitting a sharp, layered exhale, mixing human panic with bear-like huff and wind, moving heavy as a bull, yet breaking into a silent sprint like a hunted cat, hinting at high situational awareness and rapid threat assessment rather than mindless fear. If it ran only after being illuminated, how often does it watch vehicles pass without reacting at all? Late afternoon, August 2018, a residential alleyway in Southeast Asia, a phone camera shaking as neighbors shouted warnings. A massive back squeezes through walls, caught on camera. Long arms, brush-hanging laundry, filmed impossibly close. Children freeze in place. No one believed the scale. The figure appears near 2.6 meters tall, shoulders absurdly wide for the space, fur brown, black, and dusty rather than forest wet. Skin beneath reading dark earth tones, arms extending well below the knees, movement quick but economical, suggesting a primate adapted not just to wilderness but edge environments, able to compress posture, rotate shoulders, and pass silently where humans assume size. Alone is a barrier, like a full-size refrigerator slipping sideways through a narrow doorway. If it can move through human spaces this easily, how clear is the boundary we think protects us? 02:14 a.m., January 19, 2026, a Suburban home security camera activates as a parked car vents steam into cold air. A tall blur crosses the frame, on camera. Condensation wraps around a moving torso, caught on thermal overlap. Red-orange eye shine flares once, scientists shocked by height. Some folklorists quietly reference Wendigo records here, not as myth, but as behavioral overlap. citing the towering stature, extreme shoulder width, winter activity, and silent passage near human dwellings, suggesting ancient stories may encode encounters with a cold-adapted hominin standing near 2.7 meters tall, fur dense and dark, skin gray-brown beneath, moving heavy as a moose yet quiet as falling snow, built to survive hunger seasons near us without being seen. If it passes through neighborhoods without leaving tracks, what makes us assume we would notice if it stopped? Just after midnight, March 2022, a rural farm trail cam records movement at the chicken enclosure. A huge arm lifts the latch, caught on camera. Fur drags against wire fencing, filmed in night mode. No birds are taken. No one believed the restraint. The subject appears around 2.8 meters tall. Shoulders nearly half again wider than a man's. Fur thick and dark with light dew clumping. Skin beneath muted brown-gray. Arms extending past the knees. Fingers long and deliberate, moving with calm precision rather than hunger, implying problem-solving ability, memory of food locations, and the intelligence to inspect without committing, like a seasoned hunter checking traps without springing them. If it knows how to open the coop, what else on the property has it already learned to use? Arrow 1:25 a.m., November 2025, a motion-triggered night vision camera activates on a forested property line. A towering adult strides forward, scanned in green. Two smaller figures follow close, caught on camera. All three move in silence, scientists shocked by coordination. Measured visually, the lead figure stands near 2.6 meters tall with massive shoulders and long arms, fur dense and dark, eyes glowing pale green under NV, while the smaller forms mirror its gait, suggesting social learning, protection behavior, and a family structure consistent with long-lived primates rather than solitary animals. Their movement heavy like draft animals, but synchronized like wolves on patrol. If this is a family group, how many sightings dismissed as one figure were actually something watching over its young? Early morning fog, October 2020. A stabilized wildlife camera captures a single figure pausing in a fern-covered forest. A tall shape halts mid-step, caught on camera. One shoulder shifts wider than the trunk beside it, filmed clearly. The forest goes silent. No one believed the pause. Some anthropologists compare the posture and compact stillness to orang pendek accounts from Sumatra, specifically the forward-leaning stance, arm length past the knees, and deliberate freezing behavior, suggesting a shared survival trait among relict hominins. Stop completely and become part of the environment. A 2.7 meter being with rain-dark fur, earth-toned skin, and eyes reflecting faint orange, choosing invisibility over escape. If it can stand motionless long enough to vanish, how many times have we walked past without ever knowing? So 2:14 a.m., January 2026, Suburban cul-de-sac. A fixed home security camera triggered as a car door hung open. A massive figure steps into frame, caught on camera. One arm swings toward the door, filmed inches from glass. Head tilts, eyes flare once. Scientists shocked by height. The subject appears roughly 2.63 meters tall, shoulders nearly 70% wider than an adult male, fur dense and pale under infrared, yet clumped like damp forest hair, gray-brown skin visible at the face and hands, arms hanging past the knees, movement heavy but controlled, suggesting reinforced joints and a cognitive awareness of vehicles and reflective surfaces, like a 1990s refrigerator learning how doors open without ever touching the handle. If it understood the function of the car, what else in the neighborhood does it already recognize as more than noise? Early morning, June 2018, Olympic Peninsula Rainforest. A handheld phone filming from behind a fallen cedar. A towering back moves through green, caught on camera. Shoulders roll wider than the tree gap, filmed in color. Branches stop swaying behind it, no one believed the timing. Estimated at 2.9 meters tall, the figure's shoulders exceed human width by nearly half, fur dark and rain-bloated, skin beneath earthy gray, arms extending well below the knees, gait smooth and quiet like a stalking cat despite mass like a bull elk, hinting at padded feet, elastic tendons, and a survival strategy built on never breaking rhythm, even when observed. If the forest calmed the instant it passed, was it leaving or signaling everything else to stay still? Dusk, August 2019, a backcountry campsite. An amateur camera rolling after hikers heard movement beyond the firelight. One figure crosses the background, filmed briefly. A second shape appears left, caught on camera. A third pauses uphill, scientists shocked by spacing. Some folklorists compare this configuration to Wendigo oral records, not the monster, but the behavior, describing tall forest beings encircling camps silently, suggesting a shared ancestral memory of a cold-adapted hominin with social coordination, each individual standing near 2.5 meters tall, shoulders massive, fur dark and matted, movement heavy yet noiseless, like draft animals trained to hunt with patience rather than speed. If they positioned themselves without sound, how long had the campsite been mapped before the fire was lit? Late afternoon, October 2017, a rural mountain road, a dashboard camera still recording after the driver slowed. A dark figure steps onto asphalt, caught on camera. One arm lifts in a sideways motion, filmed clearly. The vehicle hesitates. No one believed the intent. Standing roughly 2.8 meters tall, shoulders wide as a cold room wall, fur thick and blackened by shade, skin beneath brown-gray, arms past the knees. The being's movement is calm and deliberate, suggesting intelligence behind the gesture. Neither threat nor greeting, but spatial control, like an NFL lineman setting position without touching the opponent. If it wasn't trying to scare the driver, what was it asking the road itself to do? Midday July 2020, a stabilized zoom camera filming a mountain overlook captured sudden movement at the rock edge. A massive face rises into frame, on camera. Hands grip stone effortlessly, caught on sharp focus. Tongue flicks once. Scientists shocked by proximity. The figure appears close to 2.7 meters tall, shoulders enormous, fur reddish-brown and wind-tangled, skin beneath darker earth tones, arms long and powerful, fingers thick and curved, posture balanced despite sheer drop, suggesting exceptional grip strength, vestibular control, and confidence in vertical terrain, like a heavyweight climber built for cliffs rather than trees. If it approached the edge without hesitation, was it curious about the camera or certain it couldn't fall? Just after midnight, February 2021, a farmyard trail cam activated during snowfall. A tall figure leans over the fence, caught on camera. A dog freezes below, filmed unmoving. Eye shine burns orange-red. No one believed the silence. Some anthropologists note similarities to skookum accounts from Native American records, specifically the fence-leaning posture, immense shoulder width, and calm dominance displays, suggesting a large-bodied hominin adapted to asserting presence without aggression. Standing near 2.5 meters tall, fur dense and snow-dusted, skin gray-brown beneath, arms past the knees, movement heavy but restrained. If dominance can be expressed without violence, how often has it been standing just beyond our fences, waiting for us to notice first? What you've just seen is more than a collection of strange clips. It's a pattern. Across forests, rivers, roads, and backyards, something massive keeps appearing at the edges of our world, always half seen, always silent, always leaving us with more questions than answers. These moments feel raw, unpolished, and unsettling because they don't behave like fiction. They behave like reality leaking through a crack. Whether you believe these figures are relict hominins, misunderstood wildlife, or something older that never left, one truth remains. The unknown is closer than we're comfortable admitting. The cameras didn't chase these encounters. They stumbled into them. And that's what makes them powerful. If these images made you pause, doubt, or feel watched for just a second, then the footage has done its job. Share your thoughts below. Do you see coincidence or consistency? Like, comment, and subscribe to Mystery Footage Uncovered to stay with us as we continue documenting what others insist isn't there.